Hey guys, I'm ArcherMaster here. Today, I will do BO5 with Tyton with 3.0 Xbow mirror. I'm E-Spirit and he's I-Spirit. If you haven't subscribed to the channel before the game, do so. At first, I'm gonna put out E-Spirit in front of the bridge and the log here. I mean, I always offer to collaborate with someone, but this time he offered to do the mirror. I really appreciate it, thank you. Every Xbow player knows that he's the best 3.0 Xbow player in the world, and I'm gonna play BO5 with him. He puts the knight on the left side, I'm gonna put the Xbow on the right side. If I had the elixir to get the log out, I probably would have broken through and locked the tower, but it was a close call. He probably put the Xbow down the moment he accumulated 6 costs. So I'm gonna put out knight anyway. Keep it safe here at Tesla, because I feel like hitting a fireball here would be kind of bad. Then I want to keep the Xbow by my side as there is Tesla left full. And put the Xbow on the left side, not in the middle. Otherwise, the target will forever be directed at his knight. Gonna go Xbow here. He has got a novel way of defending. I could have used E-Spirit to change the target to a skeleton to protect Xbow, but I was a little scared, so I didn't. The knight on the right was about to get into the tower, so I added E-Spirit here. Then, when the elixir is saved, I'm gonna put out the archer from behind. If they defense Xbow at this time, I can get a damage advantage. But they're not going to do it. I'm gonna put out log. He's put out the fireball to do some damage, but Xbow's coming around, so I'm going to attack in a hurry. In the meantime, the knight protects the Xbow reasonably well, so I'm gonna turn it around like this. Skelly in front of the river to take the target. Archers and knight. Knight also put out to protect Xbow, so I'm gonna attack when there are no shields on the right side. His I-Spirit and archers are too good to break through. I'll settle down for now. The left side has been damaged about 400 by archer and fireball, so I have to make up for it at some point. He has no knight in his hand, so I would put the Xbow on his left side. I'm gonna try to make up for the damage with fireball, because this one won't go in when I defend it. He's probably going to fireball cycle, so I'm going to put all my units on the left side and try to be aggressive. Then even put the knight in front of the archer. Xbow in the center. They're on the defensive because they think I'm going to attack them, so I don't dare attack them here. I'm going to hit the fireball to the Xbow and the tower on the right side. I missed the timing and couldn't defend it, but either way it didn't matter because he hit fireball to Xbow and the tower. Then put the Xbow in the middle again. And I need to put out knight in front of it. And gotta hit the fireball to Xbow and the left tower. Then he absolutely puts Xbow in the middle after this. Because I have no fireball in my hand. Yeah, it's so annoying when they put an Xbow in the middle when we doesn't have a spell. I'm gonna put out archers solidly on the left side to avoid being hit by the fireball on the right side. Then I hit a fireball to Xbow, and he hit a fireball to the right side. So I'm going to do a defensive Xbow. And put out the log here. Archers, E-Spirit and let's go Xbow. On the left side, there is an archer and a defending Xbow, which will protect the Xbow even if nothing is done for the time being, so I'm gonna put the knight on the right side to put pressure on the Xbow. He'll use more units than 3 cost on the left side, so I'll ignore that and put the Xbow on the right side. Stiffly attack. Also, with time running out, I think this Xbow will be easily defended. So I'm going to fireball cycle to the left side and try to win somehow. Still, I'm gonna protect it to make him use the elixir. If the fireball cycles around in time, I will win. Gonna put out Knight and Skelly. Even if the last fireball hadn't gone in, I would have just barely won. But it was crazy close game. Let's continue on to the next game. The badge is so intimidating. That's a pretty big advantage to have taken the first game. Seriously, I thought I was going to lose because they reduced my tower so much at the beginning. Mirror matchup will get tighter later on if you let them in even a little bit. Xbow hardly ever goes into the tower. This is because the knight came out from behind his tower, and I thought he was going to put the Xbow out to the left and predictably put the Tesla out, and the elixir is taking a huge advantage, so I'm gonna put it on the right side. I managed to twist it down with a log. They managed to break through and hit one archer. I knew my archer was different from most people's. They're fired up. Not really, though. And gonna go spirit here. He puts the archer in the middle, and I'm going to put a unit out of the middle as a precaution because there's a chance he's going to attack. It looks fine, so I'm going to put it on the left side and attack. Also, I had a feeling he was going to defend himself with Tesla, so I even put out Knight. Here on the right side spirit. If you ignore this spirit, you can do about 100 damage to the tower and break your advantage. But if you defend it, you'll have a hard time defending the Xbow, and as a result, you'll have a big elixir advantage. I don't actually do it much, but I think it's a pretty strong strategy. It's not too good to get too attached to that particular Xbow. I'm gonna leave the Xbow because I've got the elixir advantage. But he knows I don't have the elixir to take out a knight, and he's been protecting them with a knight Tesla. This play is very wasteful. Well, but this just means he's good at it. He's been hitting fireballs and doing damage, and I'm gonna do the same. And he spirit out to the right and put out some kind of unit to delay his attack a little bit. I see, then I'm gonna put a knight and an Xbow in the middle to counter it. Put the archers on high for now. If I don't defend this Xbow to break to the death, I won't be able to break his Xbow and I'll be messed up with his second round Xbow. So I will protect it at all costs. Even put out archers here. And since you used the spell there, I'm going to attack. The spirit to change the target to Skelly. And the log. I got lucky and got into the tower. We have to be a little wary this turn. If we can get this much of a damage advantage, he'll be in a hurry to attack. Fireball carefully here. And Skelly here against Ice Spirit. And the log to reduce the tower damage. He left his Xbow behind, so I'm gonna be very careful and cautious in defending it here. I would like to protect this with Tesla. That's nice. Probably a crazy dangerous play because if Ice Spirit had been E-Spirit, it would have been chained to the Skelly and there would have been nothing on the field to face the tower. The log and Skelly here. I managed to defend it, so I'm going to put a second round of Xbow on the right side. That Xbow has been predicted. Also, he's been showing some aggression with Archer in the middle, so I'm going to put Tesla on the left side to unleash the alert. Predictable, but doesn't look like it's going to get in much. In the meantime, they're going to break through, so put Archer in the middle. And put out some units like this. I'm gonna hit the fireball in a position where both will hit and protect it with Archer on the right side. That's so good defense and gonna go Xbow here. put Tesla on the left just in case. We're running out of time. The rest of the time, it's like hitting a fireball and that's the end of it. It was too big to get a second game. If I win the next one, I win this battle. Let's go to the next game. Maybe I didn't mention it, but he's a monster who finished 34th last season in that meta. I've been playing 3.0 with top ladder for a long time, so I know how hard it is. The last season was particularly bad, with only Monk and Phoenix. Despite that, he overcame it, so he really deserves respect. This is protected by a spell no matter what you do, so you don't give anything away. This will give me the elixir advantage, so I'm going to take the archers out from behind and show them how to be aggressive. For Ice Spirit, take it by the knight and shape it. Any spirit on the right side. He has to spend a great deal of elixir to the left, so I'm gonna attack with Xbow in that gap. Unfortunately, the Xbow was well protected, but the left side seems to manage to hit it. It's crazy good, thanks to that I got 3 shots in. This Ice Spirit is painful, but we have to ignore it. If we deal with this, the cycle will be broken. And I'm gonna put out archers behind the tower. I have nothing to do, so we Spirit here. And gotta go Fireball against Xbow. Be aggressive in hitting Xbow with fireballs to earn tower damage. One thing to note though, hitting the tower and Xbow with fireballs when attacked is not a bad idea, but if you do it when there is no elixir left, you will be done a lot of damage to the tower even if Xbow has a millimeter left, so just be careful there. Put Archer here. A Spirit and let them phase. I don't want the fireball to hit the tower, so I'm gonna place the Xbow at the top position. I want to defend with Skelly and Logs on the offensive, Xbow and Archer and Tesla on the right side. A little damage went into the tower. On the right side, the archers are working so well. It doesn't look like I need to put anything out. This archer will probably hit the tower if I defend it with Skelly, so I'm gonna safely defend it with Logs. I have nothing to do, so I put out a skeleton and hit Xbow with a fireball instantly for damage. He's probably going to fireball cycle, so I'm going to consolidate on the left side and take out the archer. And put out knight in front of the archer. Here I place the Xbow in the middle as in the first round. This form is seriously strong. Even if you hit the fireball, your opponent has to defend against the knight archer with an elixir, and the opponent can't afford to hit the fireball on the tower. And add more units. I place the Xbow just as he uses his great elixir and bring out the knight. Of course, the only one who can protect this Xbow is Tesla, so I have to predict it with Skelly, and knight, log here. Perhaps he would not have had the elixir to knight out. That's how he gave up. No way. I won in straight sets against the number 1 player in the 3.0 Xbow world. But there is a reason for this. The DM came to me after the game and said his finger was broken. In fact, I was shown the images, and they were so bad that I wondered how they could have played well. And since you say it's unfair with Ice Spirit and E-Spirit, I'll do BO5 with the same spirit next time as soon as his finger is healed. So if you want to watch that episode too, please subscribe, like and comment. If you share this video with your friends or TikTok, you might get a friend of mine on Clash Royale. I'm going to close the video like that. See you in the next video.